What it do? What it do? We back again with Charleston White, The Dark Side, Part 2. Let's get right into it.
He needs some help. Here, get it. That needs some help. Help him.
From that point on, he lost more and more supporters, as while they could abide by a lot of his hateful antics, targeting defenseless creatures was too far. Damn it, I thought he was so funny and cool for being such a shit stirrer and using the law to back him up. But animal cruelty? I'm out. I will let a lot slide, but don't f with another species. I like them much more than the people you shit on. Released on bond following this incident, Charleston seemed sure that he'd beat the case.
A record? Do you have a criminal record?
No, but I'm out on 2 felony bonds. Now I'm out of, I don't have no felony conviction, but I'm out on bond.
Then you're good You're good.
I ain't been convicted yet.
Okay, good. Well, what are your pending convictions, if you don't mind me asking? I'm not trying to be a fat, I'm just curious.
Yeah, for they said I maced a cat, and then I pulled a gun out on a gangbanger killer.
Yeah.
They just dropped one of the charges the other day, though.
I know you didn't do any of that stuff, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, it was a skit on YouTube, man, and the owner of the cat came out and said it was a skit. So, we go to court. We have a hearing on the 29th to see how the charges drop.
Fire. Yeah, bro, dude, I know you're like you're the least violent person I know, bro. Like, even when you and I were reenacting like that stuff in Vegas, it was all an act and skits anyway.
But in the view of OG Percy, the whole thing was simply proof that the system is trying to jam him up, or worse.
People have called in on Charleston and reported him to be suicidal. That's crazy. When they start mixing you up like that, somebody trying to get down on you. Somebody trying to get down on you. He's been reported on 3 different things. Yeah, he didn't have no business going in there cooking that lady goldfish. That's cruelty to animals, man. That was that lady pet, man. You don't go in there and cook that lady goldfish like that and batter that fish up like that, man, and throw that fish in that skillet. I guess he was hungry. He got him a cruelty to the animals.
Now, Charleston being wrongly incarcerated would certainly be ironic, particularly because he seems unwilling to accept that anyone who winds up in jail isn't totally responsible for what they've done. And unfortunately, this extends to his views on victims of police brutality. While many people are deeply critical of the cops, part of Charleston's entire brand is actively shooting them bail whenever possible.
Why don't you say anything about police brutality?
When last time police done killed us?
That shit happens a lot. They may not be George Floyd media status, but that shit happens a lot.
Okay, so I often look at those statistics. The police shoot more mentally ill white men than anybody. The white boy mama who done called the police on him because he had to have. So if you look at the statistics, the police on the average shoot more white people than they do black people.
But it doesn't extend to just believing the institution of the police. Over the years, he has blamed the likes of George Floyd and Mike Brown for being killed at the hands of the authorities.
When did stop wanting to go to jail? And George Floyd just got in the car, homie, he'll still be alive. I saw a video yesterday in the court. That they played, the brother was saying it was a black man saying, say, brother, this. And George said, man, no, man, just get in the car, homie. And if you land on me like that, homie, I got a will to live. I ain't finna lay there peacefully and let you just peacefully me. I'm gonna flop. I'm gonna kick.
You gonna fight?
Spit.
We gonna fight.
I saw a man that didn't have the will to live when I saw George Floyd die.
Yeah,
It's
he
the same
literally.
story
That's
with
how you
Trayvon
know.
Martin as well, with Charleston basically praising
had to
his
be
killer,
something deeper
George
than what it
Zimmerman,
is.
as some
Because
sort
he
of hero.
just accepted that. The motherfucker, you can't breathe. You're gonna fight to breathe. Like, that's why I do believe that fentanyl shit up in his system was a big part of that. Because there's no way you're just gonna lay there and just let somebody kill you.
Whether he's right or wrong, as a
I
child,
can't breathe,
this is
nigga. I'm
an
finna
adult.
fight
You
'cause
get
I
off
wanna
the phone
breathe.
with
The
that
fuck?
fat ass girlfriend. You call your dad and say, hey dad, it's an adult around here to just stop me. He said he's calling the police. Rather than doing that, he had an attitude because as young black males in this country, we have an authority problem because we walking around angry, displaced from our father's issues, but we resent our mothers. He underestimated this kid and he was looking for trouble, but by law, he was right. And he was judged by his peers. So we can't say nothing once you're judged by your peers.
And this has been consistent throughout his run. Flash forward to today, he is now denying that Carmelo Anthony deserves any help from the black community after allegedly killing Austin
The
McCaffrey.
Carmelo Anthony thing, if you want to help him or not, or you believe him or whatever, that's your business. That's your personal choice. You can do whatever you want to do. But the facts of the matter is, it's going to be hard to prove a self-defense case here. From just what the information that we know in the situation that happened at that time, you can't, like, that's not self-defense. Everybody running around with this narrative that, oh, they was bullying him prior to that and something happened prior to that. And even if that's true, even if they was beating the shit out of him every day in the lead up to that, if they didn't, unless they was beating the shit out of you at that moment and you stabbed him, you can't claim self-defense. It all comes back to retaliation. They did something to you before, so you came back for revenge. You can't play the self-defense thing. And even if that did happen, which we don't know, but everybody, y'all know where they got that narrative from. Let's just say it did happen. You can't really hang your hat on that, because from the situation that happened at the time while they were there, it's nothing that happened to where he felt like, or where you could make a jury believe that you believed your life was in imminent danger to where you had to stab this kid. It's just not gonna fly, especially in Texas. That shit ain't gonna fly. If this is New York City or one of these liberal states, yeah, he probably wouldn't even been in jail. They'd have just said, yeah, self-defense movement, and moved on with that shit. But the fact this happened in Texas, that shit is not gonna fly.
No wonder Dr. Kingdom forgets some things that we can't. Cause Dr. Kingdom said, hey man, don't hit him back. Hey man, don't hit him back. And those people got way more. Now this group say, let's show kids. You hear about kids every day in the hood schools getting bullied, but y'all have this much outrage for bullying. They have a no bullying month, but y'all don't have this much but now all of a sudden it's out, let's kill the bully. Most of y'all are bullies.
And in this instance, he is deemed to be a hypocrite for preaching self-defense one minute and condemning it the next, as if he didn't launch a pig poker to the head of an unarmed assailant or mace his boxing opponent.
Keep trying to fight. It's the difference between fighting and boxing. Yeah, I keep trying to tell you, I'm a motherfucking boxer. I don't do no motherfucking bar fights. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with these goddamn niggas. Yeah, I ain't with no motherfucking bar fighting. I'm a motherfucking amateur professional boxer with the motherfucking USA Boxing Association. Don't put your motherfucking hands outside of me, outside no fucking boxing ring. Cause you talking about, I'm a sanctioned fighter. You trying to fight unsanctioned.
I'm a sanctioned fighter. You trying to fight unsanctionedly.
Keep it motherfucking hand. Didn't know I got them motherfucking Mace boxing glove. I got them motherfucking Mace boxing glove too. Keep your motherfucking hand. Wasn't no referee there.
And at this point, he doesn't even like being pressed verbally. As in one recent podcast, he just fled after he didn't like how the questioning was being carried out.
Nigga, what's wrong with you? Like, what you be on? Like, what's your angle? Like the way, like, what you...
I'm an angry nigga.
I figured.
I wake up just like the rest of you shoot up the neighborhood. I wake up angry just like everybody else. Go to the club that don't pay attention to no bitch. That tap his partner and say, there go them hoe ass. I ain't no different than that.
How you angry nigga and always popping your shit like you a happy?
And you won't let me answer. You asked me a question.
But you on some police shit. I asked you something, you go with the police question.
Your first question was...
What's the first question? Let me see how old ass guys
man, I'm done. Get them back their money. They won't let me answer the question. Get them back their money.
Hey man, get your old ass back. Hey, get your sensitive ass back over here.
Man, get back their money. Let's go. Ask me 50 questions at one time.
But the last person who'd be liable to see it that way is Charleston White. At this point, it's clear that the Texas native is stubborn in his beliefs and has no interest in changing his mind, which is exactly why he has no problem blurting out wild homophobic remarks without hesitation.
I can target sexuality just like I target gangsters. Nothing, y'all aren't exempt just because y'all gay. We can pick on gay people. We can pick on we pick on disabled people. We can pick on.
And it sounds crazy, but that's just the world. Nobody, because you are part of the alphabet community, you should not have special privilege to where people can't say nothing negative about you. Get the fuck out of here. Who you think you are? It's a free, everybody can get some. If we could talk about this person, this race, that race, because you decide to be part of this alphabet community, you You have a protection that nobody else is afforded. You just got a shield around you that you are exempt from all negative conversation, any negative comment, anything negative. Nobody can say nothing to you because you sassy. Get the fuck up out of here. That's what I don't like about them. That's why I really don't like that community and most people that's in that community, because they got this mindset of they could just do whatever they want. You can't say nothing to them. Yeah, they literally have more rights and privilege than the average person walking down the street. Just because of my sexuality, that I'm heterosexual, and you homosexual, you got more fucking rights and more privileges and more say-so and more leeway than me? How? Like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, why do you deserve special protections and special laws to protect you? Ain't nobody targeting y'all, ain't nobody doing nothing to y'all. And this narrative that their life is in danger and people are doing, bro, I don't hear no stories of nobody doing nothing to no homosexual person. Targeting, especially now, a motherfucker flinch at you, he getting a hate crime and everything is this and this that, and he being charged and prosecuted. So don't people avoid these people as much as they can. They come around, you just like, oh my God, here we go. Especially just a couple of years ago with all this they, them, thy bullshit. It's this white dude who just go around every restaurant he go to. He looks like a man with long hair. They say, sir, it's ma'am. Recording himself. I'm just like, bro, these people, bro, they make you want to hate them. They put you in a position where you can't like them, even if you wanted to. Because nobody goes around just not liking a certain people for whatever reason. But when everything about y'all, everything y'all do is basically putting y'all in a position and putting people in a position to just have disdain and disgust for you every time you come around because they know it's going to be a problem, that's on you. Just do your thing. Like, there was a time gay people and these type and alphabet community people, they just did their thing, lived their life. Now they want more rights than you. They want you to call them this. You must acknowledge them as that. There was a time when men who dressed a certain way, who dressed like women, they were just drag queens. They were men dressing like women. They wasn't therefore now because I dress like a woman, now I am a woman. I am a biological woman. You must acknowledge me as that. And I must have all the same rights and privileges of a biological woman. Like, since when? All this shit happened like the past 5, 6, bro. Just 10 years ago, this shit didn't exist. That was what, 2015? Just 10 years ago, this shit wasn't even a thing. What the fuck happened in the past like 5, 6 years? Since Biden took office, this shit just started taking over even more. It probably was starting to happen little trickles here and there. But once that Biden shit came around, bro, the whole world lost its mind. Bro, just 2015. I remember 2015. It was a lot more homosexual stuff going on, and they was just taking over. Just every time you look everywhere, they was in every movie. You turn around every corner, they was there. But it wasn't to the point where a man could be a woman and a woman could be a man, and if a man dresses like a woman, you must acknowledge him as a woman, and he could go to the women's bathrooms and all type of. I was like, what is happening to the world? And people who just a few years before that would never even, their mind wouldn't even process that information. They wouldn't even acknowledge that and take it serious. They fully on board and they agree. It's like, what? Like, if I had asked you 10 years ago, could a man do this or could a man do that? What is a biological man or what is a woman? You would easily be able to tell me. But now, all of a sudden now, we got to act like something's wrong with me or wrong with the logical person for even saying something's wrong with you. 10, 15 years ago, this wouldn't even be, people would look at you crazy if you ask them what is a woman. They'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? What is a woman? Because it would be so obvious. But we are so far gone from reality is that is like an offensive question now.
Pick on gay people. We can pick on y'all too.
You got any gay friends?
No.
You listen to any gay artists?
No.
So what about after the day?
What
you think about that?
Well, she with me. So if she ain't no good and her music ain't no good, I'm gonna pick on her just like I do the other rappers.
Oh no, you ain't gonna pick on this one.
Well, if it's good, if you make them hits, then we go.
They'll be cool.
Luther Vandross gay, and I listen to him.
Luther Vandross, yeah,
I do got something against gay community. I think I do have against the gay community. I think the gay community is trying to push gayism off on everybody.
And that's the problem. I don't care. Most people don't care if you're gay. Do your thing. Be homosexual. Be happy. Do your thing. But you're not gonna make me acknowledge you as this, and it's not gonna be up in the schools and you teaching the kids that. And why is kids in elementary school learning about this? Why is this even being taught? You know what I'm saying? Why is any type of sexuality being taught in schools? Especially in high school, they kind of have a little bit of sense. Okay, whatever. Even then, I don't think it should be taught in school whatsoever. The only thing that should be taught in school when it comes to sex is how to have safe sex and certain sexually transmitted diseases and how to protect yourself. That's the only thing that should be taught. All this other shit is irrelevant. It does not matter. Whatever your sexuality is, you pick that up, you feel like you have certain desires, whatever, you go do your thing. You shouldn't be teaching that shit. When I was in school, bro, I graduated 2011 high school. None of this shit was a thing. That's what I was like, bro, I'm so happy. Thank you, God. I wasn't brought up in this generation. I might have been fucked up mentally, just like most of these kids. Bro, I'd be so thankful. I know most people who like in their late 20s, 30s, they like, whoo, in their early 30s, whatever. I know they like, thank God I didn't grow up in this generation. I didn't go to school in this generation. Bro, you'd have been fucked. Who knows what your parents would have did to you? Oh my God, I'd be so thankful. These kids, I feel sorry for these kids, though. I feel sorry. We didn't have to go through none of that. We had logic and common sense when I was coming up. The teachers had they didn't talk. I didn't know, bro. Even if I had teachers that was homosexual, I did not know. None of them, unless they was like, if the man was, unless he was like sassy or he moved a certain way, then he'd be like, oh yeah, he probably gay. But it wasn't something that they didn't talk about their sexuality or push it on us, and we had to call them they, them, and all this non-bullshit. That shit didn't happen in school. All this is new shit. It's new. 10, 15 years ago, it wasn't going on. All of a sudden now, the whole world must stop and acknowledge this bullshit. It's like, come on, man.
Y'all are trying to make us accept it, so yeah, I got a problem with the gay community. I do.
Why you gonna blame the gay community?
What make you feel like we? Because what you mean? Because so why? So if it's a choice, then why don't they let us tease them? Just like that. So everybody else get teased in this world, right? What I'm saying. So why can't gay people? Listen. So
everybody else can get teased. Everybody can get made fun of. Why they can't get made fun of?
I hate it. So why do my belief matter? I don't respect nothing.
But of all the dark
miss me with that, dog. Miss me with that.
Or claimed he's done in the past, none are quite.
Do your thing, but if I want to make fun of it, I should be allowed to do that. Just like if you want to make fun,
over the years,
you being part of that community, you could talk about anybody else, and you got a free range to say whatever you want. But somebody say something about you and what you doing, all of a sudden now they some type of terrorist. Like, man, get the fuck out of here.
I'm not bullshitting. That's probably why I went to jail. Yeah. That's why I tell me, baby, stop praying shit, boy. Yeah, that's probably why I went to jail. Yeah, she said, baby, I just pray about it. See, I come home, Bible be open sometimes. And I come in the house, and she listen to that gospel shit. I'm like, oh, man, nervous, scared. Yeah, so she just turned me over to the Lord, like Mama used to say. Yeah. Baby, they said I'm back home. Have I ever left home, baby? Never left. I just went and got another spot.
However, that's barely scratching the surface here, as he's also claimed in the past that he has no issues with hitting women.
I went to 7 strip club last night. There was no
King Von baby mom's, not King Von's sister.
Sister wasn't ready to go meet Von.
Bruh, he had did this video. I don't know if he gonna play it, but bruh, when he's like his first interview about it, he was like, man, he's like, man, I don't even think of that girl. I was gonna scratch her face up. Scratch her face up, bro. I was dying. He said, "Now I wouldn't have closed fist her. I would have scratch her face up, like ruin her face up." Like, bro, this nigga crazy. But that's what girls do. That's what girls always did. The ugly girls always fought the pretty girls. Since the beginning of time, I'm coming up to school. Pretty girls always had problems. It was only one pretty girl, like really beautiful girl I knew, that liked to fight. She'd fight more than the ugly girl. She beating everybody up, and she could fight too. She could squad, but she love a fight. And pretty as all get out. I end up knocking it down later on in life. I end up busting it down, but that's neither here nor there. But girl pretty, but she love to fight. But that's rare. Most times the pretty girls just being pretty girls, and the ugly girls always want to fight them, always trying to ruin their face, scratch them, make them as if she's not, and she's still prettier than you, and we know you mad because you ugly. We know that. Everybody know that.
rubbing elbows together. Had that little girl hit me. Yeah. Hit me. I turned into my hand turned by. Bitch, she pow. Had my wife daughter. My wife daughter slapped me. I knocked her head off her shoulder.
But unfortunately, things get even darker from here, as in various interviews, he's spoken out about how he took advantage of women in the past.
Oh man, no, just sitting here talking to me.
Oh, this motherfucker did his due diligence.
One time, could come home with me, let me heat on up. We worked together. She was allowed to me. She let me. She let me eat on up. And then when I get ready to stick it in, she say no. So I took it. Like, that's what I told him I did the right thing.
Bro, this nigga creep. Bro, a lot of these videos here, these is like older videos, but old video surface of Charleston White telling a story about raping a woman. Some women need a good raping. My bad, raping. Man, fuck all. I'm saying the word. This shit is goofy. I don't got time for that. Like, we know what it is. Like, what we talking about? Oh, it's a grape. It's like, oh my God, this shit is so dumb. Like, with this internet shit, like, we can't say what it is. But yeah, bro, it was a lot of videos like this. Charleston said some heinous, egregious things. And I used to be like, how is he saying these things? I was shocked. Not even the how he said it, because anybody could say it. And a lot of people probably do think or probably said shit or did some of the shit he's doing. But to say it on the internet is crazy to me. It's like, why would he say that on the internet? Even if you believe that and you're doing it and you live it, why would you say it on the internet? But what makes me believe he's capping with a lot of these things in his lies? Because, bro, we live in 2025. We in the age of, if you're a man and you getting any type of clout or money or status or you in a certain, you know what I'm saying? Women are going to come after you. Women be lying. Bitches lie to get money out of a man. Oh, he did this to me, she did that to me, and you didn't even know this, bitch. You never did none of this shit to her. So the fact that no woman has came out on him and said he did this and he did that, to me, it got to be like, nah, he just talking shit. Because some people will say the most egregious shit. Because they know people is going to be, oh my God, I can't believe he said that. Because we live in a time where you say anything, you could get, what's the word? Canceled, whatever the fuck. If you say anything. So the fact he's saying the shit he's saying, and nobody's coming out and saying, yeah, he did this to me, he did that to me, he did this to me. It's like, damn, he gotta be capping, he gotta be lying. Because we in an age now where women are just lying and make shit up on you. So the fact that no woman has came out and said he did anything to them, it gotta be like, all right, he gotta just be talking shit. Because this would be the perfect opportunity here, especially now that it's one thing if he was a regular dude and it never came out, because like you really got nothing to gain from it. But right now he getting money, famous, he got clout, he got status. So any woman saying anything, she could just ruin him right now. So the fact that no woman has came out and said anything is like, all right, yeah, he probably just talking shit.
If it I do some psychological, it all wants what to do. I'm a man that strongly believe that some women need their whooping they too. So I'll advocate too for some people. So just need to. So you get your fucking ass out of here if you got a problem with what I say.
So what? I don't know. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
No, it's fun to laugh at it. But I don't believe this. Because the woman would have came out and said it happened. Any woman would just come out. The fact that no woman didn't even say it was me, even though it was not. Any woman could just jump up and say, he did it to me.
Who cares?
I mean, you would have to prove it to a certain extent. But just the allegation is enough. The fact that there's not even an allegation is like, nah. And we need a time now where allegations pop up every other day. You start getting any type of money and status, bro, a bitch could just pop up with some shit till you did something up. Because that's just the quickest way to bring you down. Because they know we in the age where just saying it is enough.
You can't even talk to it like me. You can't even talk to it like me. I stood over a white man and watched him die when I was a kid. I'm an online brag about white hoes. You can't even speak to me. You won't even say the word Jew, boy. So like you can't even talk to no like me. And I know what a white boy look like when he died, take his last breath, like they used to do to me. I'm the first nigga in America to ever come on any platform and brag about white women. What you gonna say to me?
Naturally, this has disgusted people who can't understand how anyone could stand idly by.
Listen, because it's not true, obviously. You think he was really doing these things, raping these women and all, especially white women, and not one of them came out and said, Charleston did this to me? That's because it's not true. Like, obviously, it's not true. He's just talking shit. It's fucked up that he's even saying it or glorifying it, whatever people want to say.
Charleston has acted like it wasn't a big deal.
And I tell them everything they want to hear so I can tell them is everything they need to hear. This is what redemption look like, man. Not the internet persona of the mother. This is what redemption really looks like, right? Because I wanted to kill. I wanted to be gangster. I wanted to take your daughter. If she came over here, my homeboy, she go all of us. We thought that was the culture, right? On a train on the bitch. So,
but to some people,
that thing
this
about
was
the running, that I know for a
prompting an
fact.
enraged deal.
That is a lot. That shit goes on in the hood all the time.
I don't understand how some of these
Shorty
things
pull up
happen.
to one of the homies to knock her down. Everybody trying to knock her down. You know what I'm saying? If she go, she go. If she don't, she don't. If she don't, it's like, alright, fuck it. But niggas try.
And people think that that's,
and you be surprised how many times they going, because that's just what they do. You know what I'm saying? Because it's usually like, nah, I'm straight. Or they be like, fuck going on? Some bitch crazy. They want to fight. So you like, ah, yeah, she don't do that. But some of them, they going. Like he's saying, like Charles ain't lying. That shit been going on in the hood. You be shocked some of the girls, so you see them, you like, damn, she look good. You like, she would never do that.
It wasn't at all.
She fucking you,
kind of outlook,
your homeboy,
no
your cousin,
recently defended
everybody in the house doing something. It's like, god damn. Like, bro, I'm telling you, that shit he's saying is real shit. One of the homies bring a look, especially it's not his girlfriend, it's just some bitch he brought to the crib who he busting it down. The other homie come like, yo, what's up? I mean, you could go try whatever. Like, I remember what's his name too told a story about that, like some white girl. But it came back. It only came out because her brother, she was down. He said this white girl, I forgot, Patrice O'Neal. He was telling a story, but I heard it on the Anthony Thing show. He said back when he was a kid, he's like, this white girl, and it was a black girl. They picked him up, a couple of the homies, whatever. He said basically the white girl was down with the get down. She was down. He's like, bro, this white girl was such a freak. She was fucking one person, another person she giving him head, and jerking two dudes off. He like, she giving it up like that. So everybody bust her down, regular shit. Boom. The girl end up, I think they went to school with her brother or something like that. And one of the dudes told somebody, and then they got back. You know how it always goes. Somebody got to run their mouth, told somebody, and then her brother was trying to kill the dude, and then they like, what's going on? And then she ended up was like, oh, they raped me. And then he was like, what? Bro, he said he had to move. His mother put him in the trunk of a car and sent him to another state. A couple of them got locked. But basically, he's saying the judge knew it was some bullshit. Like, the story was some bullshit. Right? She was just embarrassed that it got out. So she was just like, oh, they raped her. So she just said that. You know what I'm saying? So he ended up like dipping for a while. Basically, they got like 3 months in jail or something like that. Because the judge knew it was bullshit, but the judge like, I just got to get him something. So the judge basically put them in jail for the summer, and then after that they got out. Whatever, but it wasn't nothing crazy. He was like, the judge knew it was some bullshit. Like, her story, it was just bullshit. But and he said the reason why the judge even charged him at all, it was because the judge, something that came out in the paper about the judge, that he was too lenient. Like, just like a few months ago, like, he's very, very lenient on everybody. Like, if they supposed to get 10 years, they get in 3 years. That type of shit. He said the judge was, like, very, very lenient. So when when that came around, the judge, like, he got to get him something. So he just put them in jail for the summer or whatever. But they only got, like, 2-3 months. One of them ended up escaping and got away completely. That nigga dipped. He never came back. He said, man, I'm out of here. One of them niggas, he said, went crazy, like, lost his mind up, and nigga, he thought he was going to get raped. He said, but he was straight. But it was only like 3 months they did, and then they was out of there.
Well, I just want to say this. In some relationships, some people like fighting and making up shit.
I know that too firsthand.
Then just think.
I know motherfucker, they beat him and his girl fighting every day. Every day. It reached the point where that motherfucker ended up getting poked. She ended up poking him at one point, but that's what they started off, play fighting.
Nah, man, y'all ain't finna.
Like, a lot of shit Charleston be saying is like, a lot of people know this to be true and they can relate to this and they seen it firsthand with their own eyes. Like, I know a motherfucker started off play fighting with his girl. Start elevating to the point where Cause he wasn't even that type of dude before that. He was a regular dude, never did. But this girl, she liked to fight. And that was the girl I was telling you about that liked to fight. That would fight, the pretty girl that fight everybody, that same chick. She liked to fight. They end up then, and it started off with playing. Then it reached to the point where he should just be beating on her now. You know what I'm saying? To the point where she kind of stopped fighting back, so she just getting beat up now. But not leaving. And then eventually one day, she ended up poking him. I don't know what happened. Ended up stabbing him. Nigga, lungs collapsed. He ended up in the hospital. All type of crazy shit. But he was alright. He was straight. But it was just like, that's what happens. I don't play like that. But their side start off on some play fighting shit. Oh, you playing, next thing you know, it start to full on abuse.
To treat me to go against Diddy because he was whooping his.
And not that same motherfucker I'm talking about. His sister, she was a dude beat the shit out of her. Getting cutting up her face, all type of shit. Like, these chicks out here be out here giving it up crazy, dog. They niggas will be beating them senseless and they go back to the dude all the time. That's why it's like you really can't get involved. And that's why I always say, man, I mind my business when it comes to shit like that. I don't get in shit like, man, do your thing. Cause you thinking, oh no, don't do that to her. Stop it. Man, please. That bitch going right back to that nigga, bailing him out, visiting him, the same nigga that's beating upside her head every day. Man, fuck out of here. I don't get involved in that. That's how they get down. That's how they get down. I stay out of that shit.
Fact, they ain't come out and said.
But this whole situation also provides another situation where he seems to have contradicted himself. After all, how could someone be responsible for all of that and then condemn Blueface's treatment on Krishan Rock?
Say, boy, Blueface, I got to give you coin. You are the modern day Ike Turner. Because there is no other musician, there is no other artist who I see fill the shoes of an abuse lover. I just want to remind you, young brother, cuz whoever you is or what you is, you're abusing those girls. Or you are demonstrating some of the most foul and most disrespectful behavior that any black man can display publicly to his baby mama. The shame that you bring to this little girl, I wouldn't be surprised if your baby have some emotional trauma that your child is dealing with, because you do know that whatever the mother feels while she's pregnant, the children, by way of the umbilical cord, feels what the mother feels.
By now, it's clear that Charleston White will say anything imaginable to stay
say
in the
anything.
public eye. The problem is that by now, people are getting desensitized to it. Nothing someone says can be exactly shocking when you're dealing with a man so hateful, he even has smoke for infants. Most recently, Island Boy, Fly Soldier's child.
Nah.
I'm tell you this right now.
Nah. He was saying some shit. He's like, "Where nigga, your baby ugly." He talking about like T.I. and King. Like, bro, let's keep it real. I hate when people try to act so. And this is what pisses me off about people a lot of times. People try to act like they so holier than thou, and I don't do that, and you shouldn't do that, and you shouldn't do this. People do a lot of shit behind closed doors. Bro, I hate people talking about, you know, an ugly baby when you see it. You ain't gonna get on the internet and be like, oh yeah, baby, you ain't gonna do all that. But you see, like, oh, damn, that baby ugly. Like, let's keep it real. You know an ugly baby when you see it. You're like, that baby ugly. God damn. Like, oh, shit. Like, you see it all the time. You ain't gonna make a scene about it, but you just gonna be like, what, are you gonna laugh to yourself, whatever. But people know, like, everybody hate when people trying to act holy and thou, like, you shouldn't do that and shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that. It's like, man, stop that bullshit. That baby ugly, dog. I probably won't get on the internet and talk about somebody's kids like on some crazy shit like that, but I've been around in real life and seen like, woo, like, let's keep it real. Like, what we talking about? Kids are off limits. Like, man, fuck all that. Fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? And not the baby. All right, you dealing with his pops. Even for me, that's not something I would crash over. If somebody said my baby ugly, you think I'm finna go grab my gun and go kill somebody for that? Whether it's true, not true, it doesn't matter. It's certain things it's just like, I just laugh about, like, that's crazy. Look, some of my baby ugly. You think I'm finna crash out over that? Like, come on. Come on, let's keep it real, dog. You have eyes. You see the baby. It's fucked up, but your eyes work. Even though it's your baby, of course you're going to try to act like, oh, my baby's so handsome, my baby's so cute. Stop that bullshit, dog. Stop it. Because if that wasn't your baby and that was somebody else's baby, all of a sudden now you could see clearly now the rain is gone. Like, stop miss me with that bullshit. So people know when they kids is not all that, or they kids look a certain way. You know what it is. Motherfucker don't try to, stop it. We not gonna act like Charleston some demon for saying that. Man, your baby ugly. It is what it is. And even for me, a nigga say my kid ugly, you think I'm finna go grab my guns and go kill somebody over there? I'm gonna kill him. Okay. Your mama a hoe. Okay. It's just like, who cares? This is words. To crash out over that, you just a goofy, bro. That is like, you gotta have some sort of. It's one thing a motherfucker disrespecting your peoples in front of them, in front of you. That's a different thing. If you talk crazy to my kid and I'm dead, but you on the internet talking something, it's like I'm not even finna be like, this nigga crazy. I would just laugh like, this motherfucker crazy. I'm not finna crash out over that. You disrespect my girl or my family or my wife or my kid in front of me. Disrespecting them in front of me is a different story. But just talking some shit on the internet about my baby ugly or my son ugly or my daughter ugly, it's just like, okay, that's how you feel, right? We'll talk about your kids. Or we'll talk about you, whatever. We'll talk about your family. It's like, I'm not finna, ain't nobody finna die over that. Like, get the fuck up out of here. Oh, you making fun of my girl, so we got into a shootout and a bunch of people dead. Like, get the fuck up out of here.
You receding hairline, bitch ass.
Yeah, we just gonna talk shit. But his baby do look funny though.
You're scared because you're gonna get your ass beat. You're scared because you're gonna get your ass beat. That's cool. You talk about my nephew, I'll smack the shit out of you. I'll smack you. I'll smack you, boy. You're
like, alright. Even with the Krishan Rock, bro, everybody. Bro, I remember this video. It was so fucked up. I don't know if you gonna play it. Bruh, when Krishan Rock baby was born, Blueface and Krishan baby, bruh, you could clearly 100% you could see something's wrong with the baby, because she was drinking and smoking while she was pregnant. So the baby's like got developmental issues. But I remember Charleston, bro. He made this video. It's so fucked up. He was like, yo. He's like, I got $5,000 that they baby don't make it 6 months. I was like, bro. It's certain things you might say in your mind. Everybody mind evil. When you say evil shit in your mind, you might think like, well, that's some evil shit I just thought right there. But you wouldn't say it out into the world. That nigga got in, and then he's like, I got $5,000 that Blueface and Krishan Rock baby don't make it in. I swear I can find that video for you right now. He's like, I got the over-under that the baby don't make it. I was like, no, bro, Charleston, bro, you gotta chill, dog. You got to chill.
How am I gonna respect you? You testify and understand. You're a snitch, and you pepper spray people.
The situation led him to being confronted by the kid's mother, only for him to refuse to back down, as always.
Girl, like little bitty boy up out the show.
And you talk about our child and you're gonna get your ass beat, huh? Yeah, you talk about our child, saying he's a little.
Like, why would she breed for that dude? That dude, that island boy motherfucker. That nigga kissing on his brother for money. It's like, that's what I'm saying, bro. These chicks nowadays, bro, for some money and a little bit of... they'll fuck with anybody and anything. Why would you breed for a dude like that? You see this videos of this dude kissing his brother on OnlyFans. And God knows what else they did. Or what they'd be willing to do for some money. And you're going to have a kid with that dude? Like, come on. Why? What do you see in it? What, his personality? Like, stop that bullshit. Because he got a little status, a little clout, a little fame, whatever. You're going to have kids with him? And now your kid looking crazy? Because God don't like ugly, dog. These dudes are willing to do anything for some money. Anything. We don't know if these dudes is... Like, bro, it's all type of incest could be going on with some of these people. No, for real, let's keep it real. These dudes on some incest shit. And you breeding with this dude and having a kid with him? Psst. It ain't because his personality so amazing and he's a great father and his morality. Like, stop. It's all about he got a little clout and a little fame and he the island boy or whatever the case may be. So you said, I'm going to have his baby. These bitches will fuck anything, dog, and breed anything with anybody.
God damn. I thought that was Drewski walking by.
The baby's still ugly. I don't give a damn what she says. Yeah, it don't take away from what that baby look like. Just hopefully the baby grow up to be something better than what his daddy look like and behave much better. Yeah. Fucking me bought her a baby. She know what that baby look like. She made it. I didn't.
Throughout the course of his time as a
Like,
notable
you know what
figure
your kid look
online,
like.
Charleston has proven that he'll do or say anything without remorse or concern. But clearly, there are times where he's gone too far. And now, we reach the point where
Me
he has
personally,
so
I
many
wouldn't say
enemies-
99% of the shit he say, just in general, because I might think some of it like, boy, you know what I'm saying? Some of it, you might think it, but you be like, this motherfucker, boy, if they only know what I really want to say. But I wouldn't say it out into the world, or let alone get on the internet and beef with a nigga and talk about certain things. It's not me. But I hate when people try to act holy and thou, like they so offended. Like, bro, shut the fuck up. Nigga, you've thought worse shit than that. You just don't say it. Just because he think it and just say it, and you think it but you don't say it, that don't make you no better than him. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm better. I'm an overall better person. No, you just ain't say it outright into the world. He's willing to say whatever the fuck he thinking, he's willing to say it. That's the only difference, but I don't make you no better than him. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, come on.
Means that they even pay for a chance to jump him at one of his comedy shows.
I remember this. I remember this. When niggas trying to run up on him at the show. Nigga bust him upside the head with them.
And in the eyes of people like Boosie, there's only so long he can outrun everything he's said and done before it all catches up to him.
There's gonna be consequences behind it.
Everything you do is gonna have consequences.
Like that's just life, bro. Like you can't expect to say. For example, you just say fuck every Asian. I hope every Asian die. Ooh, and going into the biggest Asian city in the world and not expect nothing to happen.
Right.
Like it's consequences about a lot of stuff you do in life, and that's just life.
But when you consider some of the viewpoints he's put forward here and the diabolical things he's admitted to, it's always a huge miscalculation when he said he's ultimately trying to make it as a star.
I'm on her bullshit. Why you taking me serious? I'm putting the gun to the phone. I'm trying to get into Hollywood. I'm reenacting President's Day. I'm doing all kind of shit, man. It's called content creation.
But there's no way he's gonna outrun what he said to integrate into Hollywood. With the kind of baggage he brings to the table, there isn't a company on earth that would invest in Charleston long term. So instead of professing to the movies like he believes he can, he's stuck doing whatever interview comes his way forever. And now, he has to do it looking over his shoulder. Because whether it's an Asian Crip, an animal rights campaigner, or the parents of a kid he's called ugly, this man has a world full of ops just waiting to catch him slipping.
But most of these shits though, almost none of those things that he said. Because at the end of the day, and this is my only problem with it, he's said a lot of things. But what has he done to any of these people physically? Okay, he supposedly sprayed a cat. We didn't see him actually spray the cat. Animal rights activists. I hate those people. Because them the same people that will fucking abort their own baby, but will climb up in a tree on a rainy day in a thunderstorm to save a cat. So I don't really fuck with those people like that. Like, I love people way more than I love animals. And I love animals, but I love people way more than I love animals. Because at the end of the day, it's a fucking animal. So I'm not going to put a human life over that. Miss me with that. So they are irrelevant. Who cares what they think? Most of the shit he do is he just say some fucked up shit. But okay. 99% of the shit Charleston say about whoever it is, it's never nothing to the point where he's not threatening you that he's going to do this and do that. He might just say some foul shit. Oh, your kid is ugly. You stink. You this. Whatever stupid shit he might say. It's nothing to where you could be like, I'm gonna go kill this dude. Think about it for real. This is the reason why I honestly believe ain't nothing really happened to him, because he's never done nothing to nobody. All the shit he's saying, I did this and I did that and I did this and I called the police, and 99 I'm calling the police on this. 99% of that shit, I don't even believe he do. He just getting on the internet and saying crazy shit because he know people is gonna buy into it. People gonna watch, people gonna laugh. People like, this motherfucker crazy. I can't believe he said that. Woo. Cause we in a time where most things you say and most shit that he say would be like considered forbidden. Like, I can't believe he said that. So when he say it, it's like, oh my God, it get a lot of traction. But most of the stuff that he's like, oh my God, Charleston White, dark side, and can't believe, it's just shit he said. He said fucked up shit. But he's never done nothing to nobody. He's never harmed nobody. He's never killed nobody. He ain't threatening to do nothing to nobody. He just talking shit. If somebody come at him on something, I'm gonna do something to him, he gonna retaliate. Bitch, nigga, I got my guns and my yeah. But he don't just get up here and just start threatening random rappers. And no, he might talk shit. He might say some shit that people may not like. But if you gonna crash out every time somebody say something you don't like, Jesus Christ, you're gonna be in a shootout. You're gonna be you're gonna kill a bunch of people or you're gonna be in jail for a long time. Because a lot of people say a lot of things that you may not agree with or you may not like. So to crash out over that is retarded. If I was one of these rappers and I seen Charleston say some fuck shit about me, you think I'm finna cry? I'd have been dying. I'd have just laughed off like this motherfucker crazy. I wouldn't even paid it no mind. You think I'm finna crash out over this and go do something? Because then there's words. He didn't do nothing to me. He ain't killed none of my homeboys. He ain't killed me. He ain't shot at me. He ain't shoot up my mama crib. He ain't do nothing to my mama. He ain't do. So I'm not finna. But people so, especially now in these times, people are so sensitive to everything. Just words. Motherfuckers be ready to die over some words. And that's why a lot of people, all these young niggas getting killed every other day. Half the time it don't even got nothing to do with nothing serious for real. Just because a motherfucker said something that offended you, you ready to go kill somebody and crash out and shoot up his mama house and spin the block and shoot up his car with his baby in it. Because what? Because he said something? Bro, these people, motherfuckers too sensitive. But 9 times out of 10, the people he offended or he may have talked about in a certain way, these are celebrities. So ain't no celebrity finna grab no gun and go find Charleston White and go shoot at him. And regular people, most of them think he funny as fuck and they just be dying and laughing, and then he never said nothing to them directly. He never did nothing to them directly. So the only person or the only people that'll be willing to go do something to Charleston White, because he's not a regular dude no more. He's basically famous. So you're going to jail. You do anything to him, whether you say you do knock him off, kill him, whatever, you're going to jail. They're going to easily find you're going to spend the rest of your life in jail for first-degree murder. So it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? And 99.999% of people ain't willing to do that. To go crash out and kill Charleston White for some shit he said about some rapper you don't even know. Because he said something about King Von or Nipsey Hussle. You finna go kill him? For real? It's like, come on. Did you know Nipsey Hussle? That's your family? Or you just like his music? Let's keep it real. Most people didn't listen to Nipsey Hussle until after he died. I didn't bump Nipsey. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't bump him after he died because I'm not fake. I don't do that. I'm not going to act like, oh, I'm the biggest Nipsey Hussle fan. Like, stop it. Most people didn't listen to Nipsey when he was alive. He wasn't selling no platinum records when he was alive. He kicked the bucket, and that's what happened to most rappers. They died, and they should go through the roof. Stop. That's fake love. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was no big Nipsey Hussle fan before that. King Von, he had a little following, but so what? King Von was a murderer. King Von killed many people. So we not finna act like he's some saint or he's some angel, and oh my God, I can't believe Charleston White saying these mean things about him. Like, we talking about a serial killer here, a documented serial killer. So we finna act like, oh my God, I feel so bad. Charleston say that about him. Like, shut the fuck up. This wasn't no pillar in the community. You know what I'm saying? Most of the people he really talked about on in terms of these celebrities, these people are degenerates anyway. Or if they aren't like straight up degenerates, they said something to him, so he responded. And he just take it to the limit because he ain't got no filter. He gonna say anything. So you might say, oh, I don't like Charleston White, how he be talking about, ooh. He gonna get up there and say, man, fuck your retarded baby. Especially if your baby's retarded. He gonna get up and say, man, fuck your retarded baby. You should have never said nothing about him, but you put your opinion about him out there to the world. Cool. So now I'm finna take it on 10 now. And that's usually how it goes. Charleston doesn't just randomly start talking about people. He'll talk about rappers, certain people who in the limelight or somebody asks him. He don't, you know what I'm saying? Or if they had some prior words or he don't say something. Or if an interviewer asks him what you think about such and such. Or, you know what I'm saying? It's like that. Or the person might be in an interview and the interviewer might ask him what you think about Charleston. Why you see him or would he be like, yeah, man, I don't like him. So he gonna see, he be like, what? And he finna come at you. So that's usually how it go. But it is what it is. It's internet content. You know what I'm saying? You finna go crash out and kill Charleston. And Charleston been how long? And ain't nobody do nothing to him. The most shit that happened to him was that little shit on the stage, some random nigga thing. And he busted. He had kind of got the upper hand on that. To be honest, he didn't take no L's in that for real. Overall, he might get locked up here and there with the police. People laugh about it, but ain't nobody done nothing to him. In all these years, he been saying all this crazy shit. Ain't nobody do nothing to him because people, like he said, I think motherfuckers be playing. Motherfuckers will talk all that shit on him. Anybody finna crash out and go do nothing to you? Nobody finna throw their life away like that. Because you would basically, that's what you would be doing, is literally throwing your life away if you're trying to go do something to Charleston. Let's be for real. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my opinion on it. But that's the end of the video. Leave a comment, like, subscribe. Y'all know I'll be back to y'all with another one.